look. Hi, Gail.
Hello.
Like the backdrop that you have in.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. I could, if my operating system was a little bit more advanced than it is, I could do something weird in back. Not that that's weird, of course, but something something appropriate, I think. Maybe a picture of the hut or something like that would be nice.
Yeah. The Zoom tools are pretty good for that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. Indeed, they are.
Here, let me see if I can find one of the hut in my files.
Steve, did you get all that wood I cut up moved?
I got most of it moved, all except the biggest chunk from the first tree that you were cutting there.
Yeah.
The stem piece of it. I decided I'd done enough, but I got all the stuff out in the front of the house done, and then went and had lunch, took a break, and then went back up. Most of that maple tree moved.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How are you going to split that up? Do you got a splitting maul and all that good stuff?
I do. I'm not going to do it right away. It's going to be a while before I burn that, and so I'm not really up for splitting right now, but you're not critical, so. But thanks again, really appreciated it.
Well, it was a fun outing, it just, this time of year, there's not much chainsawing to be done. So it's good to keep in shape, so to speak.
Well, good.
And Gail, I've been out walking in to the west of your house. I followed the trail that had initially brought me back to Montague Road, but I went in the opposite direction this time to see where it went. I'm still looking for a trail that has disappeared since I took it last in the 1970s and 1980s, but I couldn't.
That was a long time ago, Jim.
I know.
That was a really long time ago.
It really was. That dates me, believe me. The trail eventually led west and then divided, and I haven't explored the western branch, which might go over towards Brushy Mountain, but the southern end of it went south, or excuse me, north towards where all the cutting there's a guy who's cutting cordwood on Coles's land. He has a skidder up there and has been doing it apparently since 2005, according to some. And
I think that's the Jake Duty operation.
That's the Jake Duty operation.
Yeah.
I was wondering, yeah, he has that sign on Dudleyville Road as you're getting down near the co-op. Yeah.
Well, I didn't see him. But I did run into 4 hunters who were out looking not too thrilled with their lack of results.
Yeah.
I think the deer have probably gone down to Mar-a-Lago in Florida or something like that. They're not around. So we had a nice chat though. That was an interesting hike. The trail is, you wouldn't want to take your bike down it, however, because the skidder has really torn things up and it'd be and parts of it are a really muddy mess. But the upper part, which is still an uncut forest, is quite pretty. And I don't know where the western end goes. That'll be my next project to hike out that direction.
Oh, Jim, I was going to caution you about hiking in the woods right this time of year because it is hunting season.
Well, I do wear my Shutesbury net. What is that color? Remember that outfit you gave us to?
Oh yeah, the seamy green.
Yeah, the seamy blue, whatever it is, a bright yellowish green, whatever it is. So I put that on, and that hopefully won't make me too desirable a target by hunters. But at any rate,
all right. I need to go get something to eat quick. All of a sudden I realized I'm starving. I'm gonna go grab a handful of nuts. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, looks like we've got Graham coming on board here, but he's not
Well,
isn't connected video and audio yet.
Well, he's working on it, I'm sure, as we speak. Oh, no sign of him yet.
All right, we have Graham joining slowly here.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Well, no. Well,
No.
now
Lost him.
Oh well.
And are we expecting Craig?
Or is he still out in the west someplace?
I didn't hear anything from him saying he was not coming, but It's already 3 after. We'll start as soon as Graham gets here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, looks promising. Do we have plenty of, whoops, there he goes again. Gail, do we have plenty of NSTs? Graham might know this, over near where the cell tower is going in.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, because my guess is that, and we don't have a commercial rate for companies like AT&T, do we? Because they're the ones that are going to be setting up shop there at the foot of this 160-foot tower.
Right.
And I assume they're going to want fiber.
So is this something that's actually going forward, Jim?
Oh yeah, well, they've dug this this rather ugly looking driveway from Wendell Road into where they're going to pour the concrete pad where the tower is going to sit.
Oh,
And
Oh,
so-
that's where it's going. I thought there was a house.
no, that's
Oh,
that's
huh.
a cell tower, right in that one of the highest spots in Shutesbury. So
That
it's
makes sense. Yeah.
it's a good location, of course, but
where is it again?
it's on Wendell Road. As you drive south to Wendell Road, it's just a little bit south of the Wendell Loxpond Road connection. There he is.
My laptop will not open the freaking application. So
Yeah, we
so-
saw you kept joining and then leaving again.
yeah. Nothing personal, folks. But no, I don't know why my laptop buttons won't press properly. So this will have to do. I might play with it in the background, but I will try not to be distracted by it. So how are you all?
Good.
Hanging in there. Here come the
Yeah.
holidays. Get ready.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to be over with, frankly.
Okay, Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Green. Yes. Oh dear.
All right. Well, I don't know if Craig is coming or not, so let's just get started. So we have first order of business as usual is approve our meeting minutes. These would be from November 17th. I make a motion that we accept as submitted.
Second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. All right. Hut report. Graham, any newsworthy events?
No, nothing dramatic. I went in there, as you know, Gail, needed to put the new batteries in the keypad. It very cleverly informs you of the problem, and then you sent me the YouTube to tell me exactly how to do it. So the keypad is happy again now. I guess what's that? A year and a half, maybe the batteries lasted. Is it 2 years?
No, more than that. I mean, we
Yeah.
installed that in 2019.
19.
All right. So it's a good haul. And let's see, on the 25 trouble tickets or help tickets, I should call them, there were 11 voice, which were mostly routine, just administrative questions and spam and voicemail questions and stuff. There was barely any service problem with all of those 11 VoIP trouble help tickets, and of the 14 of the other help tickets, 14 for internet, the questions and issues were mostly routine again, and there were only 4 possible problems. 2 were called intermittent internet, and 2 were email issues. So So really, there were only 4 things that might have been issues, and hardly that. So anyhow, overall, the whole year, there were 15 installs, roughly, pretty close to for the whole system. And looking at the repair totals, I don't know, Gail, have there been any more in December? But there's about 24 repairs. Okay, 24 repairs for the whole year, mostly drops. A couple of the repairs were actually a couple of jobs, renovation contracts, where they go out and take it off and then put it back on, and I assume the customer pays for it. And 2021 seems to have compared very closely on repairs, where there were about 30, and the only difference to last year was 2 of the repairs were distribution cables, as you'll remember, Montague Road and where it got knocked down on January Hills Road. So there's the lot for the year, maybe, if we shouldn't curse our luck, but yeah.
Great. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you. That suggests that a lot of Ladbrett's early problems were due to bad installs.
Yeah.
They had really bad luck, quote unquote.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it was, the installation wasn't fantastic, was it? I agree.
No, they had tremendous trouble.
I should warn you all that I may have to leave unceremoniously. I've got tons of stuff going on. So
Yes, end of semester. We get it. I get it.
Ceremoniously,
if I do,
though,
it's not
that
because I'm
sounds-
angry or anything.
Great. All right. Financial report. How are we doing, Steve?
Okay, we are doing very well. We have a balance of 163,521. And money continues to come in every month. We're still running 39,000 and change every month. Crocker automatically deposits that into the account most every month, and we paying the regular bills, and so all going smoothly financially.
Great. Steve,
Yeah, I've begun to rough together a FY23 budget, which I'll be working with Gail on in a little bit. So.
Yeah, great. Graham has cloned himself.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Shut the other one off.
All right. So Steve and I have been talking offline a little bit about making sure that the financial records that he keeps are backed up in some way. And so the 2 options I see are to use our town account Google Drive. So we have the broadband@shutesbury.org Gmail address, and that comes with 15 gigabytes of space. We've only used 4 of that because right now it's really only used for Jim's meeting minutes. And so there's plenty of room for financial spreadsheets. So I'm thinking, since we're already using that for our minutes, that Steve will start there, and I'll figure out a time to meet with you offline to get your laptop set up for that. If that doesn't work, we run into problems, then we can always look into Dropbox. Steve and I also talked about the fact that we have $500 in the budget for just kind of miscellaneous supplies. So if we needed to get a Dropbox Pro account for Steve, we could certainly do that.
And this is for backing up what? Our financials?
Yeah, our financial records.
Reports that are on my laptop computer, which, Jim, you know, is not the most dependable piece of electronics.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. All right.
And so I periodically put things onto a thumb drive, and I have a Dropbox account, but it's the free one, which you upload to it, but I cannot get with the free account for it to automatically update. So, I'll be working a few months. So I think, oh, I haven't backed that up for a few months. I think, with the business we're running, we should have everything backed up essentially in real time. So.
Yeah. And just so everyone knows that, I keep all of our just regular files. They're on my desktop hard drive. And then they're also backed up over Carbonite, and they're also backed up over Dropbox. And once a year, I put them onto a big thumb drive and put them at the town hall too. So there's a lot of redundancy there. It's mostly cloud, but I feel okay about that. All right. I can't remember if we talked about that security audit last time, but that's in the hands of the company. We shouldn't expect anything till after the new year. I've worked with Crocker to get 10 more routers ordered for our last meeting. We also have 15 of the Calyx wall warts for the ONTs on order. The failover test for that 1 gig MBI circuit it got delayed. It was supposed to happen on December 6th. They're switching over to a different reporting system other than Scrutinizer. Scrutinizer is good, but it only includes the IP traffic. It does not include the interface data. So I think it was Graham who had asked, like, can we get that other interface data on there so that we can see when our backup system kicks in. So since they were planning to switch out a Scrutinizer anyway to this other report, they'll put that new report in place and then do the failover. So we can test both of those simultaneously.
Gail, could you offer a brief explanation of what this interface data is?
No, because I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it just
Anybody?
well, no, it's just a different reporting system besides Scrutinizer. So,
But what is it that Scrutinizer didn't offer that the new system does? That was what I was.
Got it. So Scrutinizer only shows the IP address traffic. So we know every day we see these spikes that go up and down, and it goes up to 3.5 and gigs that every day up and down, and but it does not include where that's coming from. So the new report would say, here's the Crown Castle coming in, and here's the MBI. So we'd see MBI flatline pretty much all the time, and then we'll see a little spike when it gets tested.
Okay.
Scrutinizers seem to only be plugged into the end of the 10 gig Crown Castle circuit.
Right.
That was the only thing it was monitoring. So I guess, when they referred to the interface, an interface could be anything, couldn't it? But sorry, I got to ignore. But the interface could be anything, but I assume they mean the interface in our hut, which is, which could get an MBI thing or the Crown Castle thing. So,
Okay.
All right, Crocker is still trying to find another vendor. They've pretty much settled on Certex, but they are taking a loss right now on any service calls. So they're not entirely pleased about that, of course.
But there haven't been very many service calls, right?
No,
it's not too bad a deal.
no, it's not bad at all. Hopefully that will continue. Because every time there's some kind of maintenance event, they're going to lose money. All right, well, that was, believe it or not, all I have for kind of our normal business for the night. And so does anybody else have anything else for the open meeting portion? Steve?
I just wanted to ask, have you heard anything more from Westfield about the ring proposal? Just
Nothing.
dead.
Yep, radio silence.
Okay.
Yep. Graham?
Every now and again, I think our hut needs a little step ladder, which, probably $19.95 in Home Depot or something. So any objections to me buying a little step ladder? It means you don't stand up on a folding up chair, which of course, so anyhow.
Yep. We want to be OSHA compliant out there.
Yeah. That's exactly an OSHA approved.
Yeah.
Why
Why don't you just check with Becky, I guess, and to see about using the credit card, the town credit card.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I find that like an overhead that just so is I think
Okay.
I'd rather pay the sales tax.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I find that too. When I buy incidental stuff, I just buy it and then pay the $1.32 in sales taxes. It's not worth my time. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, there was on the on-queue thing, the generator a little while back. Some of you might have got the email saying some maintenance was due, and I was waiting for Pechoric to do that. We never heard whether Pechoric did or not. I'll contact Pechoric and ask him, or Gail. Do you want to see if the on-queue thing still has a status flag set against some routine service? Pechoric might have done it. They may not have. They may just not have bothered to reset the on-queue tool. But
Right. When did that come through?
about
that
2 months ago, 2.5 months ago.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this. Okay. So
Yeah, there's a little flag on the. If you don't immediately see it on the on-queue application, then I'll send you a screenshot of it or something like that.
okay,
So-
great. Yes. Yeah. Send that to me if you would.
Graham, was that the email saying that the on-queue system was down sort
Oh
of?
no, not one of them. No, that's just
No.
this was a service requirement because the on queue, the actual people who Kohler said there is some maintenance that is due either because of the number of hours it's run already or in warm up and whatever.
It would probably be good to have Pechoric do a servicing of the unit, change the oil, change the filters. It's been long enough. And
I would say there's Pechoric, they're the dealer for Kohler. They know what the maintenance routine is. They may have
but I
done it
don't
with
know
it.
that he's done it.
They may have.
We do pay for that.
We do.
As for them to do that annual maintenance of the battery check, the oil filter check. If they have done it, we don't know.
Yeah, we've never paid for it being done. The idea was that he'd come up and do both the town hall generator and our generator, bill the town, and we would reimburse the town for it. Let's just us get ours serviced, have him bill the MLP, we'll pay for it out of, we have this in the budget. And, if Becky wants to have the town hall generator serviced, she can call him for that, but let's just keep ours serviced.
Okay, I'll check on it and have him do it and put it in kind of our annual tracking calendar of all the things that need to get done so that there's a trigger to get that done repeatedly.
That would be great. Yeah.
Gail, I'll pull up whatever that message was on the on-queue thing, and then I'll send it to you. Okay.
Thank you.
It might be like the maintenance required light that comes up on your dashboard when it's time for an oil change, which I always ignore that because I keep track of that on my car, but this might be a good thing actually to
It might be, yeah.
point out to us.
All right, anything else?
No.
Okay. So we are going to adjourn our regular meeting now at 5:24 p.m. We're going to move into executive session in a different Zoom. So check in your email. I put in the second Zoom. So log out, close
But
down.
Before you log out, we need to make the motion to go
Yep.
into executive session in open session.
Yes.
And
Yes.
announce that we're not returning to open session.
Yes.
We adjourn this one, right?
But-
Right.
Yeah,
Right. But before we go there, we
adjourn-
have to follow the process. So
Before we adjourn this one, we need to make the motion and vote on the motion to go into executive session. So I move we go into executive session to discuss contract negotiations. Here, a second.
Second.
All in favor? Schmidt, aye.
say your names. I know it's
After.
dumb. We have to do it.
Sefton, yes.
Hemingway, yes.
Great.
Okay, there.
Great, thank you. So we're following all the process for this. The session must be convened in open meeting. Notice has been given in our agenda ahead of time. The purpose of this executive session is to discuss our contract negotiations with Crocker and Sheld, South Hadley Electric and Light Department. And we've called a vote, and this meeting will not reconvene after adjournment. We will move to a private Zoom, and we have taken the votes. So that is all of the parts of that. So everyone has the Zoom link from the email I sent. Anyone not have it? No? Okay, great. Close it down. I'll see you in 5 minutes on our next Zoom meeting. This portion is adjourned.
See you there.
All right, bye.